You can see here that she's kind of pulling on the lead as we walk. She's out in front. And this is kind of standard stories for most dogs, and most people see their dogs when they're out walking in this state of mind. So I'm going to do a couple of things here to remind everybody how we deal with dogs that pull on the lead. Hi. So remember, we've got the martingale collar on. And what I'm going to do here is I'm just going to tighten it enough so that when I apply the pressure, the two side rings cannot touch. Very important. And also keep the collar nice and high. You can check on our YouTube channel or on our Facebook page, our Instagram, and also on our website. Gives you a guide on how to use the martingale collar. A more thorough description, but basically keep it up high. You control her head. Also, you're putting less pressure, so you get maximum results. So you're going to see now the difference when I come and grab the camera now. As I'm walking, she goes in front. You can see how it's uncomfortable for her. I can change my direction if I need to. Come on, girl. She wants to run out the front door, but at least now she's feeling the pressure rather than me feeling 100% of that pressure. So again, one more time, I'm going to whack the camera up here so you can see what I'm doing. Yeah. Good girl. Yes. Good. We want to reward her when she's next to us. Yes. To show her that we've got something for her. You can see now that I've got that collar up, when she puts the pressure on, she straight away bounces back, comes back towards me. Good girl. She goes running up ahead. Yes, good girl. As soon as she comes looking towards me, I'm going to just say the word yes and then reward her. So she's looking at the girls up the top there. She says yes. Good girl, getting excited. So see how she started coming back towards me, so I'm going to reward that. Where are you going? Yes. Get her attention and reward her. There you go. Good girl. So what we're going to do is we'll go for a little walk and I'll show you how it looks like when we're out actually walking. But for now, all I have to do here is just make sure this collar stays up. It will drop down regularly. People always ask me, what do I do when the collar drops down? You simply pull it straight back up again. Right behind the ears, right up underneath the jaw. So if I grab my camera again, and we walk. Already we've got a different state of mind. I can change my direction. So if she starts walking too far ahead of me, I want her to be following me. She needs to know where I am on the walk. It's not just all about her. I'm not following her, she's following me. Super important. I change direction if she's not paying attention, too far ahead. If you are going to put pressure on the lead, it's a momentary pressure on and release it immediately. You're not going to choke her, you're not going to hurt her. Make sure you're calm when you're doing this. Make sure you're composed. Alright, so readjusted her, she's calmed down. And you see, another important part of all of this is that when we're out on the walk, we don't want to amp our dogs up and excite them too much before our walk. They're already excited when they see the lead and the collar. So what we need to do is exercise more a composed state of mind, be a little bit more relaxed and know what your mission is. So when we're walking, she's walking happily and relaxed with us. The more I can show her how to do this while we're out on the walk, the more muscle memory that she starts to develop. She gets into the habit of it, and at least she understands it. So then when her new owners one day come to pick her up, because she is up for adoption down here at Sutherland Shire Council Animal Shelter, then at least she's got a good foundation. So when I come in to help, which happens maybe about 60 to 70% of the time, where the dogs are a little bit more of a trouble, I'm the one that they recommend. So I come in and at least we can develop some sort of consistency. So it'll be easy for me to help out her new potential owners. And this is how it should look. Have a slack lead. She goes ahead a little bit, just a bit of pressure, and release it a little bit. Change her direction. Show her that she's walking with me. If I stop, I want her to stop. Good girl. Hi. Good girl. I'm going to stay firm, yet always fair. Very, very important. People are afraid of being firm with their dogs because they're scared that they're going to freak them out or hurt them. But our technique isn't about choking them, hurting them, or damaging their spirit. If anything, it does everything of the opposite. We want to build their confidence. We want them to understand that there are good consequences for good behaviours and undesirable consequences for undesirable behaviours. And that way there she learns to regulate herself. And also we want her to be this calm when we walk past other dogs, people, birds, etc. At the moment. There's a lot of industrial noises, but it hasn't been much distraction. You see that collar's dropped down a bit, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to raise it back up again, and I'll do that in a sec. Okay, sitting at the road, important. You see now that collar's back up high again. The reason why is because I put a little bit of pressure and I make maximum results. Keep it calm and always have a slack lead. You never want to see tension in the collar. You don't want to see that little triangle that the martingale's chain creates. You always want to be slack. The point of this is an anti-choke collar. It's not a choke collar. Emphasize, it is not a choke collar. Nobody is choking nobody here. I like walking along the rocks for the main reason why it keeps her mentally stimulated. People thinking about how to walk along the rocks. So mind and body are working together. This is what all this is about. Mind-body connections. Good girl. Come on. Now she wanted to speed up ahead of me when we were out walking on the footpath. But now it's hard for her to speed up ahead of me when she has to think about every single step. It's nice. It's also good exercise for me too. Don't remove ourselves from nature just because we've got the convenience of footpaths. Find nature, because nature will always teach us if we pay attention. The reason why people struggle with this technique when they're walking, even though they put the collar up and they do everything, first of all, not every dog is suited for the collar. Not everyone is trained enough and developed technique enough to work this, so it takes a lot of practice and sometimes guidance. Every dog's a little bit different, but this is more of a general rough guide. But when they're walking with their dog, see, like here she's walking quite calmly next to me. Most people stuff up because they're walking the dog with all this tension. You see, as soon as I put the tension on, she doesn't want to walk. So come on. But if I keep it slack lead and only put pressure on when she goes in front of me, then I immediately take it off. That's where she understands that being loose lead next to me is desirable, being in front is undesirable. And if she goes too far ahead, we just change that direction. See that? Pressure's on, pressure's off. It's not violent, it's not tense, but I'm also not too soft. Got to find that middle way. Very, very important. If I stop, Brain, hi, hello. Now we're at the park, we're going to do some long lead. Yay! So you can see here my 10-meter long lead attached to a collar now. And now this is free time. I don't want to be too strict with my whole interaction with my dog, with the dog that I'm working with. I do want to give them some free time where they can express themselves as dogs like to express themselves, be free, while I've still got them under control. So this way here she can sniff, pee, poo, play, do what she likes within reason. And this is the time for her. Have a good balance with your connection with your dog. Let them know what you want. Create structure and discipline, which is following certain routines and sticking to them. Have fun, so you're fun to hang around and you can enjoy your presence of your dog. And overall, as we learn to share affection and love, we have a complete relationship, which is really good. Respect your connection with your dog. Give them what... Yes.